The United States of America is 4,000 kilometers wide from west to east coast. Do you realize that Australia is approximately the same width and similar land area? In 2023, I embarked on a rather risky but rewarding bucket list non-stop flying adventure, circumnavigating the world's largest sand island, Ngkala or Fraser Island, off the east coast of Queensland, Australia. The 3-hour, 300-kilometre flight gives you the only opportunity to explore the entire coastline and appreciate the many scenic tourist landmarks, humpback whales, pristine endless beaches, towering sandblows, freshwater lake puddled rainforest vistas, and much, much more.
Okay, so we're flying around Fraser Island this morning. The smoke looks good, the wind looks good, the clouds look good, the sun looks good, the weather looks good, the aircraft's good. For a change, this is a third attempt. Yeah, so 2.5, 2.4 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. And what else do I have to tell you? What else do you want to know? We were trying to film most of the interesting key points. I'll be taking off to the south this morning, trekking out directly to the east to Kingfisher Bay Resort. So if you look at the maps, you'll see Kingfisher Bay Resort on Fraser Island, Ngkala as it's called, and then we'll be trekking north up the western coast, right round the perimeter to the top to Sandy Cape. I might get to look at the lighthouse depending on the wind up there, and then following it around to Orchid Beach. Won't be landing at this stage, don't plan to land, and then around down the east coast, around the bottom, Kingfisher Bay Resort, head back to Maryborough. That should do us. Estimated fuel burn today will be about 43 litres. I carry 65, currently got 64 indicated, but it is brimmed, the tank is full. So we'll get things on the road, 47 degree engine temperature, let's roll the GoPro. Okie dokie, here we go. Time is now 7:21, Sunday the 30th of July. Maryborough traffic, microlight 6340, enters backtracks 17, Maryborough traffic. Not really any wind to speak of, but oh well, I'll have a left-hand departure straight out. If I go out this way, I've got to muck around a bit. So it's kind of in my favour. I need a little bit. I'm at 50 degrees now, so I'm ready to roll. Pre-flight's done, oil's checked, fuel's checked, all those things. Got the Sky Echo today, so it'll be broadcasting ADSB as opposed to just having Oz runways. My hands feel cold in the breeze. That's going to be fun. Should have put the other layer of gloves on. It's not too late. I think I'll be right. It's actually not too cold at the moment, the weather. Yesterday was quite warm. I flew for about an hour and a half and didn't feel the cold at all. I do plan to try and go around the island at 500 to 1,000 feet, so depending on the turbulence, gets a bit rough, I'll have to climb in certain places. We'll try and have a look at Ngkala Rocks. Most of you want to see that. Right traffic, microlight 6340, lines up rolls 17 for a left-hand crosswind departure, tracking out to the east for Kingfisher Bay Resort, Fraser Island. Maryborough traffic. Are you ready to go? Let's go. Here we go. Maryborough traffic, Buffalo 6340 is airborne 17. Turning left crosswind for departure to Kingfisher Bay Resort, Fraser Island. Maryborough traffic. Okay, it's a bit smoky this morning, a little bit of fog around still, but we're good to go. We'll climb to 1,000 at this stage just to get across the water, probably go a bit higher for the water crossing, and we'll track straight over to Kingfisher Bay Resort. Look at this fog, I might just hold it down at the moment. Journey has begun. A little bit of light fog around. Beautiful morning. Let's just hope it stays that way around the top of Fraser Island. It's supposed to be southeasterly 10 knots, so I don't think I'll be too low in that area because it might get a bit turbulent behind the sand dunes on the west coast. But on the other side, where the whales are, by the way, the whales, that'll be nice and smooth because the wind's coming off the water. Ocean breeze. You can tell from this fog that it's a southerly breeze. It's just pushing it over the top of the edge of the river, the trees, across the paddock there. Nice, eh? This will be the longest flight in the new Sparkles version 2.0 for those that know about the story. 2.5 hours. Total distance about 160 nautical miles. That's about, I don't know, 270 kilometres. Okay, oil temperature is good, fuel's good, pressures are good. Engine temps generally coolant, heads cool, excellent. The tide this morning was high about an hour and a half ago. That means the tide's now dropping, and it's not a super high tide either. That means if we need to land on the beach, there should be some sand available to us. I shouldn't want to land on the beach. I wouldn't want to land on the beach, but if it's necessary, that might have to be the option. That reflection's really bad. Right, I've got a conserved battery on the GoPro wingtip today, so that's enough of that, eh? But we're going to have this camera rolling the whole time, so turn that off. Okay. Camera's in standby. Cruising up the river at 700 feet. Got landing options over here and over there.
High traffic, FM, Brahman X-ray, departs upwind, runway 11, climb 3600, on climb 2500, traffic east for Fraser Island, Harvey Bay.
There are very few places to land, so caution was key. The beach was usually my best option and only option, when there was one.
Okay, so that wasn't very interesting, was it? So I cut it out. Anyway, we're nearly at Kingfisher Bay Resort. Fraser Island, Gari. So far the air conditions feel smooth, a few little bumps, but we look like we've got about probably, I'm indicating 6 knots on the nose. Okay, so this is where we're going to end up before we turn back to Maryborough after we've gone right round. The island is about 100 kilometres in length, and with all the turns and bays and things, I'll be doing about 250 kilometres to get round it, maybe 230. Haven't measured the full perimeter, and don't forget I'll be flying slightly outside the coastline as well, so that'll add a little bit more. Nice yacht down there. No traffic on my radar. I know there was one just going across. Glad when the sunshine reflection's gone, that will be in a moment, and then I won't have to deal with it today again. It's really hard looking into that glare. Alrighty. Kingfisher Bay Resort. There's a couple of tugs down here. What the? Tugs. There's a barge at the Kingfisher docks there, unloading vehicles. All happening now this morning. And there's the people going for their holiday or to work, as the case might be. As you can see here, there's nowhere to land. Runway about 2 kilometres south of me. Okay, but everything's looking nice. Right, sit back, relax and enjoy the ride. We're going to point out some of the highlights as we go around. I'm not that familiar with the island, but we'll get through it, eh? I'll turn the GoPro off after we go past Pelican Banks. So we'll just fill around here a bit more. There's quite some nice shallows here too, so we might see something in the water that's interesting. Maybe, maybe not. Flight time currently 23 minutes. Currently not indicating any wind. It's probably coming from the east there. I think it's going to get stronger as we go north. Could be at Sandy Cape in about 3/4 of an hour, so at 8:30. This area of the island is quite inaccessible. There's no real roads, it's quite swampy, and even the tidal flats here are very shallow. So you can get a boat up here, I guess. Smaller dinghy, tinny kind of boat. The rest of the island's quite easy to access. Something in the sand down there, I'll probably never know what it is. Looks like a tractor. An old logging machine. Certainly does. Never seen that before. Now when I say before, I have done parts of the island, but never the entire island in one flight. So that's the clarification. And I've never seen all of the shoreline of the island either. Probably more so, well, some of what we just did actually. This is Moon Point in front of us. Once we turn here, it's pretty much open water, coastal flying, lots of beaches. In front of us, you'll see in a second, well you can see it on this camera, you'll see it on the GoPro shortly too, is Pelican Banks. I think this part just to the south of us is Pelican Bar. I think they call it that, something like that. So we're starting to get into whale watching territory. Should see some of them shortly. Okay, for now that's about it for the GoPro. Okay, we've got our first whale. Two of them down there. I won't stop. End of July and there's two whales very close to Hervey Bay. We're probably about, what are we? 10 miles north of Hervey Bay. Nautical miles, so 20 kilometres. This is Coongul Creek now. It's quite a safe passage, or safe, not passage, harbour if you like. Safe anchorage. There you go. Boats like to park up in here and find shelter, and just somewhere nice to stop. Let's call it that, a stopover. Amp's good, oil pressure's good, fuel's good. Some of these creeks I've got no idea what they are, I can't remember. There's about 3 or 4. Coongul I know, but there's a couple more up here, like a Winya.
Get Van Brahman X-ray. Overhead Lake Mackenzie conducting airwork in a 2-mile radius next 10 minutes. Fraser.
So, yeah, we'll put them on the screen, the names for you, the name of the creeks, so you know where I am. A whale or two over there. We'll probably see some more on the other side anyway too. Definitely some whale activity here in the bay now. There's a big splashy going on. It's too far out to fly there. Too dangerous, too risky. Not that I haven't already taken a few risks, eh? So far I'm comfortable, 700 feet, cruising up the beach. And we're on the downwind, leeward side of the island, eh? Like I said, well, I'm going this way. But where we're actually trying to get to as we take the coast is over there, because that's where Sandy Cape is. So we're going around over that way. So as we go further north, I should be able to tell by the cloud, there's more cloud up there actually. That's caused by wind on the coast. I've seen from the forecast that the wind increases as we go north, so we'll just monitor it. If it gets too hard to deal with, because of turbulence over the sand dunes and the island, I can just climb up above wherever I need to go. Just got to do what I got to do. At the moment, we're good. Another creek here. Now the clue about this creek is it runs parallel with the beach. Not accessible by boat unless it's a kayak or a canoe. Two people camping here on the beach. Beautiful weekend for it. I went flying yesterday and it was quite nice. So good on you. There might be a whale down here. I'm not going to be able to stop and look at the sights as we go because we've got to get around the island. So no whale. Might be trawling actually. Ah, the boat. There was a boat there. That's why I thought there might be a whale there because someone was looking at something. But okay. Another creek here. Name on screen shortly. Oh, and they're all mostly fresh water, of course. They're running from the inland, where they mix obviously on the beach. It becomes brackish and then salty. So if you want to drink, it's fresh. I would, so I've heard and understand. Up the creek a little bit, be dead, beautiful, fresh, not dead, fresh, beautiful, wonderful water. There's a track there too. A track by the creek coming to the beach. All-wheel drive track, that is. Right, how are we going? I'm indicating maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 knot headwinds. As far as on the water, hard to tell. And 38 minutes in the air now. Okay, I can see wind on the water ahead coming from inland, so I don't know if it's like that just here. So it might be climbing shortly, we'll see what happens. It's only another kilometre, but I haven't noticed that before, so definitely an easterly wind. We're tracking 30 degrees north, well, northeast if you want to call it that. Northeast actually. Okay, this is another creek. Creek after creek after creek. The sand dunes, you notice, probably two. I think we've just gone past what they call locally the Mckenzies. Two big sand dunes. Yeah, creek after creek. Sand dunes are getting bigger. I haven't noticed any big fish yet. Sometimes you see swordfish, you know. Sailfish. you see sharks too. Probably more so up here. Here now about, I don't know, 5 miles. There's Wathumba Creek. It's a very picturesque spot. And we're in that zone where I saw wind on the water and it's not really affecting me at this stage. Wathumba Creek is the area where the island is the narrowest from the west coast to the east coast. It goes pretty much directly over to Orchid Beach. Now the other side of the island, of course, is completely different to this. It's got waves and surf and breakers and things like that. And a lot more vehicles going up and down the beach. Hey, and thanks for joining me this morning and keep me company as I do this solo trip around Fraser Island. It's good having you along. I feel like I've got someone here with me. In a way I do, because there's quite a few people out and about camping or boating, so I'm not alone. Another little creek here. This one's just south of Wathumba Creek. And this is Wathumba Creek. And again, it's hard to see with the glare on the water. But anyway, let's go out here a bit more. You can appreciate the colour more. It's a big net too. You might be catching prawns for the commercial fisheries. Okay, we've got a tailwind now, and we're tracking north-northwest. So it looks like a more of a northerly this morning. I should have said southerly. And that would be kind of what I saw when I took off too. So that's consistent with Maryborough. So we're halfway to Rooney Point from Wathumba Creek, approximately. Total flight time now is 49 minutes. 49 minutes. One hour 15, I will be halfway around, in theory. According to my calculations. Now this is a part of the island many people don't get to come to, but then why would you? There's a lot of lakes up here though, freshwater lakes. I think it's a lot more swampy as well. I think. I haven't been there of course, so I don't know. We're actually going to see the lighthouse soon as well. The Sandy Cape Lighthouse. I can see the Sandy Cape from here. Can't see the lighthouse just yet. Wow, okay. Bit of a whale frenzy going on down here. And they'll probably dive now they've seen me. Come on. There's 4 whales. Bit of a chase going on. There they are. Woo! Look at that big fella on top. Wow. He's looking at me. He was looking at me. I have to go around. Pushed out to sea now. That was cool.
Caravan is at Toby's Gap. Correction 2,500 northbound via Lake Mckenzies to Lady Elliot traffic, Fraser Island. Fraser Island traffic, Tango Quebec India is just coming up to Lake Mackenzie now, 2,500 passing and then heading to Harvey Bay.
So maybe the most turbulent part of the flight's around the corner. If it went from the south, then it's coming all the way over the island. See how we go. Like a boat fishing down here. Prawning maybe. Or is it just I don't know. Looks like a leisure boat. Oh, dolphins. I'm sure you've seen dolphins before. Why is the action always on my left? There's a turtle for you down there. That'll be hard to see on the 360, eh? 1,000 feet. Can you see a turtle from 300 metres away? With a wide angle lens, by the way.
Baffle Creek traffic, helicopter Papana and Yankee is 1,000 feet, coastline water at the mouth of the Baffle, tracking north for active waters, Baffle Creek.
Some dolphins over here. They're a bit far inshore now that I'm here. Hey, this is Rooney's Point now. We've made it to Rooney's Point. Almost. Oh, there's a whale out in front of us coming into the harbour, into the bay, I mean. Yeah, right. Well, this is where they've got to come round to get into Harvey Bay, into Platypus Bay. What they call home for 3 months. At the Harvey Bay, the whales that come here, we let them stay for free. Right, we're monitoring turbulence now. I think I can make out the lighthouse. See a ship out there on the horizon. Righto, what do we got? Headwind is 66 versus 72, so 6 knot headwind. More whales out here. Always on the left side of the plane where you can't see them. Looks like 2 whales there. Theoretically, the wind here should be from the east, so I'm currently tracking northeast. As we come around the corner, it should smooth, should clear up. We'll try and descend and see if we can get a little bit of lighthouse in the video. Flight time is 5:09 minutes. Fuel is probably 15 metres, 15, 14, 13 litres gone. I mean, that's based on the tank. So the gauge, so we don't know 100%, but we know that 1 hour is about 15 litres, or should be 15 litres at 4,300 RPM. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit of wobbliness down here. I'll just stay at this altitude for a moment until we get closer to the lighthouse. Seems that I've got the glare off the water again. Okay, that lighthouse is really hard to see, I think, because it's silhouetted. But we'll see it as we go past, I'm sure. Hope you can see the lighthouse, Sandy Cape Lighthouse. It's a bit lumpy, so that's about as good as I can get it. Yeah, there's a bit of rough air here. But there she is. Just a bit of rough air off that ridge. So we won't go any closer. Nice. I think once we get around the corner it'll be smooth here again. Sandy Cape, the furthest north part of Fraser Island, is just in front of us. Let's switch on the GoPro so we can look at the sandbar from Sandy Cape here. It's quite extraordinarily treacherous and goes far north, much further north than we are now. Look at those sand dunes, woohoo! Looks pretty nice, with the shadows from the sun, low morning sun. People camping down there, the bottom of the sand dune. Very good. Alright, we've got rough air here. I'm not sure why it's still rough. So the wind is not kind of what's forecast. It might through there around the corner here, eh? Yeah, wow. Got 10 knot headwind here. And we're tracking southeast. Whale out, a couple of whales out here on the left. Should be able to see those on the GoPro, which I will now turn off. I'd say we're downwind from the wind coming up Fraser Island, so there's a bit of turbulence coming through. Not much. Should be smooth as glass around the corner. We'll go past Orchid Beach and across and to Waddy Point there. Coming up on our right is the Ngkala Rocks, a very difficult four-wheel drive pass. Now if the tide's low, I think a lot of people would opt to go for the beach pass. As you can see, the tide is dropping. However, when it's high, that inland track is very difficult. There's a lot of YouTube videos that showing people getting stuck and winched and towed and pushed and shoved and dug out of the sand. There it is, the playground. Actually go through that with a trailer, and that's been done a lot of times. Orchid Beach traffic, marker line 6340 is 10 miles north, tracking coastal 1,000 feet. Orchid Beach traffic. Got some four-wheel drives coming up the beach, 5 of them. Timing because there's a big sand dune ahead of me, and if it's a southerly wind it's going to get rowdy. Probably also because Orchid Beach is in front of me, and we ain't planning to land. That gives you a better appreciation of the sand dunes anyway, hey? Marloo. That should work fine-ish. A little bit rough, but we'll get there. A pot of whales out here. We're a lot higher now, so harder to see, but have a quick look. Oh, do you know about the shipwreck at Orchid Beach? I think it's the Marloo, something like that. Might see it this morning. Oh, the whales disappeared. Isn't that always the way? Anyway. Oh, there they are. There they are. No worries. Let's head back over to the beach. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Woo! I can see at the coffee rock on the beach, a lot of people queued up waiting for the tide to drop. Oh, there's people going through. Actually, is that Ngkala Rocks there? I think it is. Ah. That's difficult too. Yeah, it is. That's Ngkala Rocks. There you go. There's a couple of people trapped or stuck there. It's always the way.
Valley passes 400 on climb 2000, conducting airwork around the Eli Creek, Maheno Shipwreck area. For the next 10 minutes between 500 and 2000 Fraser Island.
Orchid Beach traffic, Maryborough 634 is 3 miles to the north, 1,800, and we're tracking coastal to the south. Orchid Beach traffic. Oh, below us is the Shipwreck too, off the front of Orchid Beach. Nice. Okay, in front of us now is Waddy Point. I'll see if I can get lower. Just got to wait till we're around the bend because there's a lot of wind coming over these hills. Sand dunes. It's like 15 knots actually. Not seeing it on the water. Okay, and the next tourist landmark is Champagne Pools. Very cool rock formations, hey. Very nice. Champagne pools, and there's even people walking or almost swimming in them. Water's a bit low at the moment to create that champagne water on the actual pool, but it's still nice. That must be cold as anything. And now we have Indian Head. Oh, the water's quite shallow around it today. Whale off the coast here, another one. I'll just sing whale after whale to be honest. Righto, let's descend and see what it's like. But it's a bit warmer anyway. Hopefully the further south we go, the less wind we've got as well. Okay, we've got 44 litres in the tank. Temps are good, pressures are good. Yep. Another 7 whales on my left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. There's some big pods coming through.
Lady Elliot, Tango Quebec India caravan is 25 miles to the south, descending through 5,700. We'll be orbit landing Lady Elliot at 06. Children traffic, good morning, Alpha 44 Yankee Oscar, currently 5 miles to the south of the field of 2,000 on the centre 1,000 for a flight overhead. Children.
Winds are getting gnarly. I'm going to climb some whales down here too. Why so bumpy? Bloody forecasts. Well, it's smoother already. Must have been on the inversion layer or something. Just sit here, see what it's like. That didn't help. Wow, okay. Fraser Island traffic, Microlite 6340 is 5 miles north of the Maheno Shipwreck, 2,500, tracking south coastal Fraser Island. Lowest now is the Maheno Shipwreck. And there's a plane parked beside it and a bus. And the wingspan of the plane is the same as the length of the bus. Eli Creek. Not so popular for swimming in today. Mind you, there's a few people there. Oh, there might be some people in it actually. The creek actually keeps changing direction depending on cyclones and storms. There you go, Eli Creek. Another place you can come to camp. I'm not sure what that one is. Is that Happy Valley? I think so. A lot of holiday homes there. We've got an aeroplane coming up on our 6 o'clock shortly. Overtaking probably, going to Eurong Beach. You would have heard the radio call. Just a little note there, some of that burnt foliage around that Happy Valley area, that was a result of the fires a few years ago. The fire came really close to the resort or the Happy Valley area. Fortunately, the fire crews were able to prevent any loss of homes and dwellings and personal possessions, as far as I understand it. about 1 hour and 46 minutes into this flight. I reckon I'm about 3/4 of the way. We do have a slight headwind at the moment, which was to be anticipated. A lot of beautiful sand dunes. Have you noticed them? They're absolutely amazing. I can't actually say I've ever been on one though. I've only ever flown over them. My photos, there's a lot of photos around of them. Landscape photographers enjoy coming here for those photos. And you can probably find some on the internet to have a look at on the ground, from a ground perspective. Another whale out to my left. I didn't come here to photograph whales, just in case you were wondering. We're actually focused on flying around Fraser Island today. We have time in mind, weather and thermals and turbulence and fuel, all those things. So we've got to just do the mission. Stick to the plan. Plan A. Going to remain this altitude at this time because we've got an aircraft coming through. He said he was coming through at 500, so we're currently at 2,000. But it gives you a good perspective of the island. There's the plane below me, look at that. He's not 500 feet either. Ha ha. Yeehaw. Big sand blows, eh? Some of the biggest on Fraser Island. Yeah, we do know that Fraser Island's had a name change, officially, to Gari, the Aboriginal name. Air feels fairly smooth here. I might drop to 1,000. I'll go 1,500 first and see what that's like.
One side traffic, is at 9 miles southwest at 5,500, 2,500 bound.
Fraser Island traffic model 6340 is Eurong Beach Resort, coastal, descending through 1,400 for 1,000, tracking south coastal, Fraser Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 four-wheel drives on the beach. And that's Eurong Beach Resort. How's that? Quite a big place. Fraser Island traffic, Maryborough 6340 is coastal, tracking south, about 5 miles south of Eurong Beach Resort, and altitude 1,400, Fraser Island. Well, that was was interesting. A plane just went underneath me, and I could see it on the ADSB. So I was flashing my landing light. Anyway, did a couple of radio calls. ADSB thing's quite good, isn't it? When you can see the other aircraft as another warning system. That's 2 aircraft now that have gone north. I didn't see the first one. Actually, what is their altitude? About the same. Didn't see it. Wow, really? I was looking too. Maybe it was against the white waves. We've hit the 2-hour mark on our flight round Fraser Island. 2 hours in the air. Probably doing okay time-wise. We'll speed up when we get around the corner, which is just down here, because we'll have a tailwind again. At the moment we're experiencing about 8-knot headwind. That's alright. Fuel's good. We're good for 3.5 hours. We've, and that's conservatively. And we've only done 2, so we've got an hour and a half remaining on fuel. And according to the fuel tank, that also is the same. And that leaves reserve fuel as well. Just waiting to make a Rainbow Beach traffic call. 10 miles north of Rainbow, so any other aircraft in the area know exactly where we are. There'll be a few people out flying today. It's a beautiful day. Look at that track. That looks quite nice. The inland track, I guess you call it, getting up from the Inskip barge. If it's high tide, you wouldn't get up the beach. That's why I guess there's a track. And another track inland a bit more. Don't know. Maybe it's just the edge of the sand. It looks like a track though, because it goes all the way, so who knows. Got 5 vehicles coming up the beach now, actually. We've got 60 miles remaining. Get back to the airfield. 100 kilometres, 110 kilometres. Just under an hour. About 3/4 of an hour. Rainbow Beach traffic, mark line 6340 is 10 miles north, tracking south, coastal 1300, following coastline Fraser Island, currently east coast, going west coast, Rainbow Beach traffic. Well, the air is glassy smooth here, but I shouldn't speak too soon. End of the video, I'll put the full flight specs. How long, how much fuel, average speed, total distance. What else could you want to know? Ask me if you want to know something else in the comments.
X-ray airborne out of Happy Valley. Maintain 500 tracking northbound over water for Eli Creek.
So that's what the plane was doing, was landing at Happy Valley to pick up some customers. He didn't go to Eurong Beach. He must have been looking for a tourist bus. Must be what they do.
Happy Valley, what's your reception on an X-ray?
Just had to do that. Not sure why. I don't think I'm falling asleep on you. Alrighty, let's turn the GoPro on and get some Rainbow Beach and Inskip Point visuals. Hopefully it's still with us. Yep, 78% battery. Going well. As you can tell, like filming the water from the GoPro looking that way is not helpful. So you haven't missed much, maybe a couple of whales. Still indicating 7 knots probably on the nose. It feels slower than that. So this is Inskip Point to the south, and this is the very southern tip of Fraser Island. And of course in between we've got the channel. On the Inskip Point side, quite often we get these slips, sand slips. They generate these massive great big holes. So sometimes there's cars and caravans lost because they occur so close to the shore, to the tree line actually. There's even been trees taken by those slips. I reckon we probably get one every 2 years. The sand sort of builds up and then gets undercut by the current through here. And then of course it collapses. And the cycle repeats. Might be able to see a couple of the cuts there. They kind of fill back in after a while. Righty. Looking good so far. Coming up over top of the Inskip Point barge. Actually, there's 2 of them there at the moment. That's how you get your vehicle from Inskip Point to Fraser Island. And then you use that track. Either go to the beach or the inland track to go north up the east coast of Fraser Island. Fraser Island traffic and Rainbow Beach traffic. Microlite 6340 is Inskip Point this time, 3 miles north of Rainbow, and we're tracking north on the west coast, Fraser Island, 1300 Fraser Island traffic. There's not really much point descending too low here. There's nothing really much to see. And I'd rather keep my options open because we now lose the ability to land. The sand is about to disappear. Anyway, I don't know what I'll do if I have to land anyway. There might be an inland track. That's going to wreck my wing because, I mean, that's secondary. Who cares? The main thing is we don't land in the water. And if we do have to ditch in the water, we land near a boat. We crash near a boat. We have to be realistic about life. We have to talk about these things. We have to plan. We can't just pretend it won't happen. Back to the fun side. See, the sun's up a lot higher than it was when we started. I got to the airfield just after sunrise, which was about 6:45. Okay, we're indicating no tailwind. I reckon I need to adjust that a little bit more. Got 2 knot tailwind basically at the moment. And we're now tracking north to Kingfisher Bay Resort, which probably is about 20 miles, so that's 20 minutes. And then we turn inland and our job is done, and we track back to Maryborough Airfield. You might enjoy the GoPro shots here with the sandy Straits. Looking across to that place, I think it's Tinninbar. Goes Tinninbar, Poona, Boonaroo, Maroon. These Straits at low tide does actually look very picturesque. Low tide today is...
X-ray airborne overhead, Maheno conducting airwork in the area for the next 5 minutes. Fraser Island.
low tide's at 12 o'clock. Current time is 9:40. So we've got about 2.5 hours to low tide. And that would be full colour. But it should look quite nice now. It's about 3.5 hours now after after the high tide. It wasn't a really big high tide. I think it was 2.6 metres today. We can get 4 metre high tides here. They're the maximum. 4.2 I think we've had. What are these guys doing on the edge here? They look like they're they're right on the edge of the water. One guy's out of the boat by the looks. Just fishing? Oh, it's just one guy, is it? Oh, look at the streaks in the water, wow. Oh, algae sort of stuff. 15 miles remaining. I'm counting, yep. Sure am. I kind of feel safer on the ground these days, but I still don't mind this flying caper. We're starting to pick up some of the turbulence off the sand dunes from Fraser Island now. We've got a southeasterly blowing, a south-southeasterly. I'm still indicating a 1 knot tailwind. We're coming up to Gary's, Anchorage. Gets hard to talk, I'm getting cold, but Gary's, Anchorage, safe harbour for some boats to stay overnight. And, or when the weather's bad. We can see the cumulus building now on Fraser Island, so starting to get some thermal activity there. It's clear as a blue sky over in the east, the west over here. I'm still having trouble, believe it or not, knowing which way's east and which way's west. But we do work it out in the end, right? Good. Long as we get it right. Yeah, Gary's Anchorage. Right, what do we got? We're less than 10 miles to go. So with a tailwind, probably 6 minutes. See if I'm right. We've got 2:1 on the clock, so 2:07 is our estimated Kingfisher Bay Resort. And we've got about a 2-minute flight up the river, and we'll be at Maryborough again. On the GoPro you would have seen a little holiday stay. I believe this island I just flew over is called Stewart Island. My name. We're going to call it that. Wish I had a runway. Guys, I wish I had a runway and a coffee shop. How cool would that be? Oh, is he drowning? I mean, stranded, the opposite of drowning. Have a quick looky. That's a big boat in shallow water. He has to be stuck. Might be a houseboat. They may not care less. They might like it that way. See what I mean about the colours in the sand? Wow. Yeah, it's a houseboaty thing. Parked. Literally parked. How cool.
At 4,500 volts.
Let's get back on track. Now, where were we? Yep, the Sandy Straits, the, what are they called? Sandy Straits, yep. Truly showing their true colours. Truly showing their colours. Really showing their true colours. Okay, good. This is one of the most epic journeys I've done since I rebuilt the aircraft about, well, I finished it in October last year. It's been 9-10 months now. One complete lap of Fraser Island. Circumnavigated. Almost, don't speak too soon. Well, the air is glass smooth over here. Absolutely awesome. Over there must be some sort of convergence with those clouds, that line of clouds. It kind of looked like it on the wind forecast last night. That there must have been something with the winds coming together. That's where they converge. And that convergence, anyway, meteorology. The runway just here. And there's a resort just... Oh, it's up there. Now up one of these creeks, I think, is some barges from the logging days. What are they called? I think they're called barges. They're not motorised, they're just the like floating pontoony thing. Yeah, there's one. That they put the logs to carry to the mainland. They use tugboats and things like that. So they've been scuttled here in the creek. Well, I don't know if they've really been scuttled. They've been left here and they've just rotted away, rusted away. Try and get something on camera for you now. There's about 4 or 5, I think, but I can see 2 of them clearly right now. That one's got trees growing in it, so that's really useful. Radio mast and some buildings here. Is that an old logging station? It could be, actually. I don't know if it's still in use, I don't think it is, but there's quite a few buildings there. Headquarters, eh? Yeah. On the cliffs. We are starting to get some rougher air now, just slightly. A little bit of cumulus and thermal activity going on. Maybe a little bit of a tailwind over the island. I do tend to talk a lot about that, don't I? That pattern is awesome. Wow. Okay, here's the Wangoolba Creek, Wangoolba runway, airstrip. South of Kingfisher Bay Resort. About 2 miles, 1 mile. We'll chase, there's a barge ahead of us going back to River Heads. We'll chase it back home after we get to Kingfisher Bay Resort. I'll do a left, and I'll go to the eastern side of Kingfisher Bay Resort. We'll turn left over it. Yeah, look at that cloud building up too, eh? Yeah. Strip in there, still in use of course today. It's used to access Kingfisher Bay Resort. Far enough away not to be a nuisance and noise with the noise. And below us now is one of the barge landing ramps. Oh, is there both barges going back? I'll show you these tugboats too. They're sitting off the front of Kingfisher, what we saw this morning. what we saw this morning, that we saw this morning. They're not under power, are they? They might be moving. I better keep altitude because I'm going around the resort. I won't dive down yet. We'll do that on the way back to the riverheads. And below us coming up now is the Mckenzies Jetty. That was a loading dock, wharf for the logs. Pretty high though, and there's also a tractor. It's been there forever. It's half buried in the sand. Let me know if you got right through this whole video, and if you enjoyed it, and what I might have done better. Just, yeah, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. We have to fly under some cumulus. I probably will go in over the dunes, over the cumulus. Gonna get a little bit rowdy. Shall we have a go? Let's just go. Let's see. The wind is minimal. I think we're just gonna get some thermal bumps here. Barges are still just anchored there, not doing anything. The tugboats, sorry. Kingfisher Bay Resort in the shade, of course. Oh, okay, we're going to get some ridge lifty, thermally bumpy stuff. Not feeling brave enough to go.
2 miles to the south of the Tier 1 airfield, heading to the southern edge of Lake Catharaba. We're doing some social work around here for 20 minutes, currently at 6,500. Tier 1.
And if we're quick enough, we'll get these barges in the sunshine. Gee, the clouds are moving pretty quick though. Right, he's just gonna make it. Oh! Seriously? Anyway, just made them. They're in the sun, and now they're gone. Just. Hope you saw them. Alright, that's...
Airborne out of Maheno, Office 300 on Climb 2000, conducting airwork in the Maheno Shipwreck area.
We'll get rid of that. We'll now be on CTAF, Harvey Bay. Harvey Bay traffic, Crocodile 6340 has departed Fraser Island, Kingfisher Resort. 1200 tracking west, well, southwest for Maryborough, Harvey Bay traffic. And we're indicating 25 litres remaining in the tank after 2 hours and 38 minutes. Plus warm up, so let's say 2 hours, 2 3/4 hours, 2:45. And airman talk, that is 2.7 hours. Decimal talk. And here we are at Riverheads. That line of smoke there, that's indicating the top of the inversion layer. We're below it at the moment, 1,400.
Road traffic, Diamond Bay, Tango uniform is entering and backtracking runway 11 for a northern departure to the south, calling 4,500 Bay.
So effectively what I've done is drawn a line around Fraser Island. I'll get some video of the screen. Ah. No? Oh, is this gonna work? I gotta get it in the top right corner. Hey, recording. And that's what we did this morning, look at that.
Hotel system 172, it's departing crosswind runway 11, passing 1,300 feet on climb to 1,500, tracking northeast for Rooney Point, Fraser Island, Harvey Bay.
Harvey Bay, Maryborough traffic, Formula 6340 is 10 miles east of Maryborough, 1,500, tracking the Mary River, inbound from Maryborough, estimate time circuit 16, Maryborough traffic, Harvey Bay traffic.
Maryborough traffic rescue 533, possible status so far W139 north 129 miles south east of Maryborough. Maintaining 4,000 for now, inbound via the RNP runway 35, approach estimating circuit area 18 Maryborough.
Crosswind runway 11, passing 1,800 feet on climb to 4,500 feet, tracking south, Harvey Bay.
Traffic outbound to the south at Harvey Bay, Maryborough 6340 is tracking from the east, inbound for Maryborough 1,400. Estimate time circuit Maryborough 16, Maryborough traffic. Maryborough traffic, Maryborough 6340 is 3 miles east of the field, 1,400. Tracking inbound to join downwind runway 12, full stop, Maryborough traffic.
Maryborough traffic, rescue 533, IFR AW139 helicopter 16 miles southeast of Maryborough. Maintaining 3,100 and then get RNC runway 35 approach. We'll be breaking off to the right for a circle to land via runway 17, estimating circuit area 19er. Maryborough.
Rescue 533, Maryborough 6340 copies. We're 2 miles to join runway 12 grass for a downwind full stop. Maryborough traffic.
Traffic started slugging. Tango Echo 9 miles northwest 4,500. 1,500 inbound and ready. Second time approximately 1:09. How's that traffic?
Maryborough traffic, Maryborough 6340, turns base 12, full stop Maryborough.
Maryborough traffic rescue 533 is now 10 miles southeast, left 3,100 on descent. For a 8-mile final runway 35, circuit area 18 Maryborough.
Harvey Bay traffic, Delta Victor, copy, Echo.
Maryborough traffic, try 6340, backtracks 1735, Maryborough traffic. And rescue 533, Maryborough traffic, mark light 6340 is clear of runways, Maryborough traffic.
Maryborough traffic, say again, you're broken, rescue 533.
Clear of runways, rescue 533.
Maryborough traffic, rescue 533, you're unreadable, Maryborough.
Clear of runways 533, mark light 6340.
Maryborough traffic, copy the traffic, clear of runway, Maryborough, thank you, rescue 533. We are only 4 miles an hour, runway 35, terminating approach of the threshold and it's breaking off to the left for the apron, Maryborough.
Off and we've done it. 2 hours 53 total time.
Rescue 533, thanks.
And yeah. And thermal coming in. Turn off this GoPro. I'm gonna miss the helicopter landing, but that's alright. I have to turn the GoPro off. GoPro off.